Picture this. A 71-year-old woman is sitting at her kitchen table. Her husband, Bob, passed away 6 months ago. A heart attack, no warning. Spread out in front of her is a stack of papers. Social security statements, bank statements, the kind of mess you inherit when you lose someone. And the question runs to her mind, did Bob make a mistake? See, Bob claimed his Social Security the moment he turned 62. He was tired, his back hurt, he's been working since he was 17 years old. So the day he was eligible, he filed online. Took him about 10 minutes, locked in a check for $1,650 a month. 11 years later, Bob is gone. And because of the choice he made on that 62nd birthday, his widow's monthly Social Security check for the rest of her life, and she's probably going to live another 20 years, is $1,650. If Bob had waited until 70, she'd be sitting on $2,900 a month now. Same Bob, same work history, different decision. Over 20 years of widowhood, that's a difference of more than $300,000. This scene plays out at kitchen tables across America each and every year. And the heartbreaking part is, Bob loved his wife. He wasn't selfish, he just didn't know. If you're over 50, this exact decision is coming to you. And most people make it by accident. They claim it as soon as they can, because they can. I don't want you to be that. Welcome back. If we haven't met, I make videos for people navigating life and money in the second half, in your 50s, 60s, and beyond. Standard disclaimer up front, I am not a financial advisor. I'm a guy doing the research right alongside you. Before you sign anything, make sure you talk to a professional. Now, let's get under the hood. Before we talk about when to claim, you need to know how Social Security comes up with your numbers in the first place. The government looks at your 35 highest earning years, adjusted for inflation. Missing years, the stay-at-home parent years, the gap years, the low-income years, those get factored in as zero, and that drags your average down. That calculation spits out something called your primary insurance amount. Fancy term, all it means is that's the monthly check you get for at your full retirement age. For most of you watching, born after 1960, your full retirement age is 67. That's when you get 100% of what you've earned. But you don't have to claim that at 67. You get a window. It opens up at 62 and it closes at 70. And what you do inside that window can swing your lifetime payout by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Bob picked 62. Let's look at why people do that and why most of them shouldn't. Age 62, the early claim. About 1 in 4 people do what Bob did. They claim at 62, the first day they're eligible. The upside? Cash now. Every dollar of Social Security is a dollar you don't have to pull from your savings, so your investments keep growing. The downside? Your check is permanently cut by up to 30% forever. And if you're still working at 62, there's an earnings limit. Earn more than $23,400 a year, and Social Security claws back $1 of your benefit for every $2 that you earn over that line. A lot of Bobs don't know that part until that first reduced check shows up. At 67, full retirement age. Wait till 67 and you get 100% of what you've earned. No reduction, no clawback if you keep working. Upside, clean middle path. Downside, you haven't maxed out what's possible. And just as we saw, the middle isn't always enough. At age 70, the delayed claim. And here's where it gets interesting. Every year you wait past your full retirement age, the government adds 8% to your check. Guaranteed, locked in, that beats the long-term stock market average with zero risk. Wait from 67 to 70 and your monthly check is 24% bigger, permanently inflation adjusted for the rest of your life and your spouse's life. Downside, you've got to make it to 70. You may need to lean on your savings to bridge those years. And yes, if you die early, you personally don't collect as much. But here's what almost everybody misses, and it's exactly what Bob's widow's $300,000. If you're eligible, or if you're single, the decision really does come down to your health and your savings. Long life, long live family, delayed. Family health issues, take it early. But if you're married, throw that all out the window because being married changes the math completely. And almost nobody understands these two rules. Number one, spousal benefits. A lower earning spouse can claim up to 50% of the higher earner's full retirement age benefit. So if your spouse's check is $3,000, you're entitled up to $1,500, even if you never punched a clock a day in your life. One catch, claim it early, that 50% gets cut, and spousal benefits do not get those 8% delayed credits. Now, rule number two, survival benefits. This is the one Bob missed. When one spouse passes, the surviving spouse gets to keep the higher of the two Social Security checks. The smaller one, it disappears, gone. Read that again because it changes everything. This is why nearly every financial planner will tell the higher earning spouse to delay until 70 if possible. Not because of the higher earner, but because of the widow or widower that are going to leave behind. This is the math from Bob's house. He claimed at 62 at $1,650. If he had waited till 70, his check would have been close to $2,900. When he passed at 73, his wife would inherit that $2,900 check. Instead, she inherited the $1,650 check. Bob loved his wife. He wasn't selfish. He just didn't know. Sitting down at 60 and saying, let's plan for one of us being gone, that's uncomfortable. It's the kind of conversation we avoid, but it might be one of the most loving financial decisions a married couple can make. Here's a strategy a lot of couples use. The lower earning spouse claims early at 62, 63 to get the cash flowing. The higher earner waits all the way till 70 to build maximum protection. Best of both worlds. Before you make your call, 3 different things most people miss. 1, the break-even point. People love to ask, how long will I have to live for waiting to be worth it? For most folks, the break-even falls between 78 and 82. If your family tree is full of people who lived in their 90s, delaying is almost certainly a massive win. Number 2, taxes. Social Security is not tax-free. Depending on your other income, up to 85% of your benefits can be taxed. But delaying your claim can create a window in your 60s where your taxable income is low. Prime things for things like Roth IRA conversions. Worth a conversation with your CPA. And number 3, Medicare premiums or something called IRMAA. If your income is high in retirement, your Medicare Part B and D premiums go up. It's called IRMAA, and your Social Security income counts towards those thresholds. When you turn that spigot on, it can quietly affect the health care cost for years to come. So, did Bob make a mistake? The truth is, Bob didn't fail his wife on purpose. He just didn't know what he didn't know. Nobody sat down with him at age 60 and showed him the math. Nobody told him the choice he made was about at age 62 wasn't really for him. It was for the woman that he left behind. That's why I'm making this video. And here's your homework for the week. 15 minutes, that's all it takes. Step 1, go to ssa.gov and create an account. Step 2, pull your statement. Find out your full retirement age number. Step 3, sit down with your spouse at the kitchen table and talk through the numbers. What does 62 look like? 67, 70. What happens to the one of you that's left behind? Don't make this decision by default. Don't be Bob. If this video helped, hit subscribe. It tells me you like this kind of video. And drop me a comment below. At what age are you planning to claim and why? Thanks for hanging out with me today. Make great choices, and I'll see you in the next one.